We are going to be tracking accumulating snow headed our way over the next several hours. Rain first and then good bursts of snow. How much? We'll talk about it.
And this will be the first significant snowfall since Indianapolis started that 4-inch rule for plowing city streets. What the change means for your neighborhood. And freezing for a reason, Greenwood goes all in for the Polar Plunge. We'll show you the special guest who is there to support Special Olympics. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. All right, take a look at radar tonight. You can see rain in central Indiana and portions of central Indiana right now, but what is on the way? We're talking snow, strong winds, and colder temperatures. And unfortunately, all of it really could make streets messy for your Sunday. So we'll start tonight with Matt in the Weather Center. And what are we talking about as far as accumulation?
Right.
And how will the rain kind of impact all that too?
Overall, we think about 1 to 3 inches.
Okay.
We're going to show you the snowfall maps here in just a bit, but here's the problem. You're talking about this rain coming in. There's no opportunity really for pre-treatment on the road. So even 1 to 2 or up to 3 inches of snow possible later tonight and into tomorrow morning could cause a lot of slick roads. Right now, it is dreary out there. Clouds have really lowered. You can't even see downtown anymore with some of these cameras. We're in the 40s. We're safe for now, but temperatures will steadily drop overnight tonight and will make that transition from rain over to some snow. Now, right now, it's just all rainfall, but you do see some cooler air in Illinois. But we're watching some of this heavier rain that's just outside of St. Louis. I think as that comes in later tonight, it'll start to cool off, and even some of these heavier rain bands will turn over to heavier snow bands for us, likely causing some accumulation. Right now, it's just very misty out there, a little bit heavier as you head south, but some of us could pick up a ½ inch to an inch of rainfall the next several hours, and then we get into the wintry weather. Purple counties show you where we've got the winter weather advisories, generally north and east of Indianapolis. Coming up, we're going to tell you about the timing of when we go from rain to snow. And Jenny will also talk about who has the best chance for 1, 2, or maybe even 3 inches or more of snow in the next 24 hours.
All right, looking forward to hearing more. Thanks so much, Matt. Well, as that system changes overnight, the rain and the snow, remember, we'll keep you updated on the Live Doppler 13 weather app. As always, it is a free download, has lots of great information. You can find it in your phone's app store. Also, tomorrow's potential snow is the first main weather event since the mayor unveiled that interim snow policy here in Indianapolis. Our Marina Silva breaks down what that means for some city streets in your neighborhood. Hi, Marina.
Hi, Jenny. Definitely. It is cold and rainy out here. Tell you guys all what Matt was saying. Definitely true. But that's going to all change overnight, as Matt said, where the snow is going to be coming in. So if you have church plans tomorrow or you have errands that you need to be doing, you're going to want to watch those roads here in those residential areas. Now, you're seeing some of the video. This is from January when we got so much snow. Now, the city is saying that if we get more than 4 inches of snow on these residential streets, that they're going to come and work on the snow and on those roads. It comes after frustrations in January where people living on the side streets were having to deal with the snow-covered roads even weeks later. Now, since 2000, roughly 15% of snows in a winter season are more than 4 inches. The rest of them are roughly about 1 inch to 3.9 inches. Now, if you do have places to be tomorrow morning, like church or errands, take a look at the Indy Snow Force website, or of course your WTHR radar to check on those roads.
Yeah, the 13 weather app certainly helpful. All right, thanks for that information tonight, Marina. We appreciate it. Well, other news tonight, we have learned that a firefighter died this morning in a crash in Monroe County. Leroy Terrell's truck went off the road near State Road 446 and Dutch Ridge Road. Investigators believe slick conditions caused that pickup to lose control. Terrell served on several departments in Monroe and Lawrence counties. Pleasant Run firefighters sharing this picture today. They say they lost a brother, a mentor, a friend, and a dedicated public servant. An investigation is underway tonight after a man arrested in Clinton County died at the hospital. Michael Hanthorne was arrested this morning after a report in Frankfort that a man was banging on doors. The jail asked for a medical clearance, so he was taken to IU Frankfort. Frankfort police say he experienced a serious medical episode and he died about 2 hours later. Tonight, a teenager recovering and a suspect in custody after an overnight shooting on the east side of Indianapolis. Metro Police were called to a home on Meadowlark Drive near North Arlington and 38th Street around 2:30 this morning. They found a teen there who'd been shot. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. As police were gathering details at the scene, investigators learned the suspect was still nearby.
They were also told by people on the scene that the suspect ran out the back door right as officers arrived.
So now we're working to learn exactly what led up to that gunfire. Two drivers recovering from minor injuries tonight after some sort of disturbance caused both cars to go off the road and both crash into a pond. So here's where it happened. This was around 8 a.m. near 62nd and Georgetown on Indy's northwest side in the pond you see here. Investigators say both drivers were able to get out after going into the water, and they say the drivers knew each other. In fact, police believe the drivers may have been involved in some sort of rolling disturbance right before that crash. Right now, firefighters are investigating what caused 4 semis to catch fire on the west side. I want you to take a look at this fire. This is just after it started around 3:45 today. You can see our INDOT camera shows thick black smoke rising into the air near West 38th Street and 465. So if you're driving by this area, certainly saw it. This was outside the El Paisano warehouse. So now we'll give you a closer look. The semi-cabs burned were in the parking lot outside the warehouse. IFD says the trailers were empty, nobody hurt. The cause tonight is still under investigation. Now let's take you to Greenwood, where more than 100 people today gave back to Special Olympics athletes. Our Anna Chalker shows us how cold weather was part of the mission to help.
While it may be too cold to be on the green at Dyes Walk Country Club in Greenwood, it was perfect weather to make a splash in the parking lot.
I am freezing for a reason.
And it was all for the Special Olympics Indiana athletes.
Just to see the joy in their face and the money that we raise to get them to do that is just second to none.
Saturday afternoon, around 115 people took on the Polar Plunge. It's one of several fundraising events through Special Olympics where people are not only raising money for athletes, but also jumping into freezing water.
Once you get out of the water, you jump in and get out, then it's cold. But leading up to it, you just got that excitement.
An excitement that warms up the body.
I love it because it's a way of giving back to the community.
This year, the athletes were joined by local organizations, middle and high school students, and Center Grove native Kansas City Chiefs running back Carson Steele. Steele says he's gotten so much support from his community this year, and he wanted to give that back today.
Sometimes they don't get the chance that we always get to do, and so, just seeing the smiles on their faces, it's really special. I always see, them have fun with that and, kind of do that thing, especially on their faces when they come out of the cold water, so it's really cool.
And for the athletes, they say they're thankful for the ones that cheer them on and even brave the cold water with them.
So many people care, and that no matter what the circumstance is, there's always a reason to give back.
Giving back to thousands of Indiana athletes.
There are still several Special Olympic polar plunges to go throughout the rest of February. To find the next location and for more information on how to donate, we have a link to that on our website, WTHR.com. In Greenwood, Anna Chalker, 13 News.
And we can tell you that event in Greenwood was very successful. Organizers tell 13 News they raised over $48,000 today. All of that money goes toward equipment and expenses to send athletes to the games throughout the year. All right, they did it again. Carmel High School's girls swim team remains the best in the state. The team won its 39th consecutive NCAA championship today. That is the longest streak in the country, and not just for swimming, but for any sport. So big congratulations tonight to the Greyhounds. A special day of learning today at the Children's Museum. Coming up, we'll show you the unique activities kids got to enjoy for Engineers Day. Matt?
Hey Jenny, we've declared a weather impact alert for tonight and tomorrow morning. Not the biggest snow we've ever had, but a good burst could really cause problems for your Sunday morning. We're going to let you know when we switch to snow and how much snow you can expect.
And later, breweries across the country bracing for new tariffs. How that could impact craft beers and the cost of your next can or six-pack. We'll be right back.